Good afternoon. Welcome to the John Estrada.
The fight is on. His name is John Estrada, and he's fighting for a conservative America. This is the John Estrada Show.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the John Estrada Show. Thank you. I appreciate your visit today and your conversation today. First, I also want to thank all those that have made comments on the Facebook account, and thank all those that call in and future callers that want to call in. We do really appreciate your interaction with this show. We want to be able to get that message out to the world as much as possible. So anyway, today we've got a couple of interesting items. One is that we have this situation going on with Iran and the United States. And the question of the day would be, do you think that we should go to war with Iran, or should we go ahead and continue on with the status quo, what we're doing currently? That would be one of the questions of the day. The other would be Donald Trump is going to have a Democratic candidate in November of 2020, and we'd like to find out from you who you think would be the best person for him to face. So that'd be great. So call in. You can call in at 559-442-1680 and make your voice be heard. Finally, the question that is really very, very interesting as of today is that Kamala Harris, the senator from California, basically thinks that Donald Trump is holding hostage the infrastructure bill because of his the infrastructure, because of his walking out and not want to participate with Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer and company, because they keep going with all these investigations. Well, Kamala Harris has no room to talk. For all the time that she's been in office, she really hasn't done anything. And the other thing, too, is that she wants to run for president. She hasn't done anything as a U.S. senator. Why would anybody want to vote for her? It's just pretty incredible. She just hasn't even earned her stripes as a U.S. senator yet, and I don't expect her to. She wants to just leave California in the dust and run off all over the country doing campaigning and being on shows and attacking the president for no reason at all. So if you're listening to this broadcast right now, any of those three questions or any of other questions you want to ask, call in 559-442-1680. We'd really love to hear from you and find out what we're going to do. In the statement of the day that I'd like to get out there is that Republicans must stand behind Donald Trump, President Donald Trump. The election of 2020 is shaping up to be a very tough battle. The Democrats are fighting to find a candidate to defeat our president, and one of them will face him. In the U.S. House of Representatives, led by Nancy Pelosi, they are creating distractions, stories, and investigations to undermine the president. The corrupt media continues to broadcast their fake stories about him as a criminal, and every day they fabricate criminal behavior. This is really bad. This is bad for our country, for the media, for the Democrats to constantly be attacking the president. Why not? Why aren't they focusing on doing their job and helping Americans have a great life. But no, they constantly are attacking the president, wasting valuable time, doing nothing to help the people out. Together, they are trying to destroy his credibility and trust with the American people. The conspirators are trying to divide the Republican Party. Their mission is to create fear in our Republican ranks. Their tactics aim to keep us silent and allow them to get away. Continue their sneak attacks on all of us. There we go again. They just constantly are just doing everything with these diversions and obstacles and all these items they keep trying to put out there, all smoke and mirrors, doing nothing to push forward the betterment of America. They are just creating more dissension and more problems. President Trump has stated that he wants to have a great infrastructure bill, and this is a great opportunity to solve a lot of those problems, but the Democrats refuse to work with him. They just want to investigate. They just want to waste time. So basically, that's what they want to brand our president and block our campaign in 2020. And their goal is election suppression. That's really the bottom line here. They want to do everything they can to keep Republicans at home in 2020, and they want to get their troops to the polls to vote for their candidate, whoever it might be. We have to fight back. We need to be vocal and build friends to help, and that's got to start now. Our elected leaders must support and defend President Trump. A lot of them are very, very quiet. Right now, they should be in full gear, going out there and defending the president. The president needs to have backing, and it's up to Congress to get the job done. So, our electorate. So give them a call. That would be very, very important for you to give them a call and tell them to support the president. And what do you think? Give me a call, 559-442-1680. I'd really like to hear from you. Find out what we're going to go forward with this. Today there is many, many things going on with our country, many problems that we have with our country today, but we're not getting the proper support, cooperation in Congress. In fact, Congress for many terms has really not solved the major issues of the day. They have created nothing. This immigration hasn't been settled since 1986. And so there's a lot of loopholes. There's a lot of problems. We need to solve this item with the border. We got to keep the bad guys out of here. Creating crime is not a good thing for America. We need to protect our citizens from the people out there, and there's only one way for us to do that, and for us to get that resolved. And that is supporting our president and getting on the Democratic Congress to do something to solve these immigration issues. And it's been too long that nothing has happened. So if you have any items that you would like to talk to, this immigration is one big issue that's ongoing. 559-442-1680. The Nancy Pelosi is another one that just keeps dialing the issues out there and trying to just somehow discredit the president's ability to get the job done. And I think that's really, really terrible for her to continue to attack and attack and attack and attack and attack. And there's no benefit from that. So I think we need to focus more and get our members of Congress to fight harder to get the job done. But I think we're sort of in a stalemate, though, in ways. I think we might be having a call coming in. So the big thing right now is the number for calls is 559-442-1680. We like to get callers here. It's really, really important that we have the interaction and the comments. So anyway, before we talk to our guest and our callers, we're going to take a short break. You're listening to the John Estrada Show on Talk Radio 1680 KGED. Thank you very much. Just for what do you need to do? Okay, just relax, because it's going to come back on. This is going to be a fast thing. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're on the camera right there. So for your Facebook viewers, if you could...
the main phone just went down, so we're not taking any calls for the time being.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it just went...
Now, back to the John Estrada Show.
Yeah, welcome back. This is John Estrada, and we're trying to fight for conservative America, and it's going to come from you. You're the future of America, and the best way to get that done is for us to work together and get that message out to America, solve the problems so we have a great future for America. America is too great to allow it to be destroyed, and for it not to be taken seriously by all concerned. We've have the questions of the day. Iran. What are we going to do with Iran? What should our policy be? The other is who do you think is going to win this or the Democratic nomination for president? Biden, Sanders, or someone else? You know, it'd be great to hear from you. Find out what you might see as a viable person to go against Trump. I think in this case, I think Trump is in really good shape to get reelected. I don't see any of the Democratic. I think there's like 23, 25. I lose count. They keep adding every day. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens and see who will be facing the president in 2020. I think the president's got an excellent shot at getting reelected, but we got to continue and work together and not let the Democrats divide us, and get connected with the Republican Party and try to get independents involved in the process too. It's really, really important that we get independents and those that haven't participated in the process before. We got to be able to get them involved so that we could solve the problems. So if you would like to, we're on Facebook. You can leave comments, and it would be great to find out what you're thinking, having that interaction between us. And we're still taking calls, so anybody wants to call in at 559-442-1680. It looks like the other thing too is that if you want to send me an email anytime, my email address is johnaestrada@gmail.com. That is johnaestrada@gmail.com. You can send me an email anytime, and I'll respond to that. The other is that you can call my personal cell phone number at 559-803-0555. That is 559-803-0555. And, I'd like to hear from you there too. But we have a Facebook page on Talk Radio 1680 KGED on Facebook. And you can go ahead and leave your comments in today's broadcast there. And also every day. We're on the air Monday through Friday from 4:05 p.m. to 5 o'clock. And we're very interested in getting your participation. And we'd like to get you to listen to our broadcast and participate in our broadcast. So we're honored to have you with us. So the other big items right now is that if you have any thoughts on the upcoming elections, not only in Fresno, but in the state and nation, if there's any candidates out there that are want to get your message out there, you want to talk about your campaign, let us know about you. We'd be more than willing to interview you and go from there. I think there is a great opportunity to let people know who you are, and the more media attention you get, the more opportunity you have to get reelected or elected to office. So anytime, keep us posted. That would be great. So the other item of the day here is we're always looking for sponsors, advertisers, and we can do that here on the station. We could help promote your business and market through advertising, sponsorships, commercials, whatever. You give us a call anytime, and you can call me at 559-803-0555, and we can get a great commercial out there for you. So who do you think you want to see us to face President Trump for the November election? Biden, Sanders, or someone else? That's the question of the day. And the other one is Kamala Harris. There's no doubt in what I see is that Kamala Harris has won the trophy for today for the Shame on You award. Kamala Harris, shame on you. You're out there trying to run for election to a higher office, and you really haven't done anything for the state of California. And when you were Attorney General, you didn't do a good job there either. We have a lot of criminals out there that are just savaging California. And so I would say definitely, shame on you, shame on what you're doing. And, you have really no room to be attacking the president when you haven't done anything yourself for the betterment of our state and our country. So, I hope you get defeated. I hope you get defeated big time. So what are we going to do about all the stuff that's going on? What do we do? The best way for us to get this process moving in the right direction is for us to work together and join forces and share ideas. Work together, share ideas, and then organize and get more people involved in our mission. And the mission should be 2020. It would be really great if not only we get President Trump reelected, but then we add to our seats in the U.S. Senate. Hopefully we'll get that 60 number, get 60 Republican U.S. senators. That would be an outstanding opportunity for us to get more judges confirmed and get more judges and more cabinet officials and more positions filled much, much quicker. The other thing is the House of Representatives. Aren't you tired of having Nancy Pelosi as the Speaker of the House? I think it's just terrible. I mean, what a waste. And what we have to do is we have to go out there, get good candidates to run for Congress in the House of Representatives so we could win on Election Day. This is very, very, very vital. This is vital that we win and we defeat Nancy Pelosi and her Democrat friends, because they're really not doing anything good for us. They're wasting time. They get paid big salaries. I believe the last time I looked, it was $174,000 a year. They got $174,000 a year and doing nothing. They're absolutely doing nothing to help the people. Nancy Pelosi, she's got her district and a lot of Democrats in her district. They reapportioned the district, so she's got a safe seat every election. Every 2 years, she gets reelected by like 70% of the voters. Not because they like her, it's just because they have mostly all Democrats in there, and there's no chance for a Republican to defeat her on Election Day. So, that's coming up again, the reapportionment and the new districts for the congressional seats, and the Democrats are going to have control of that again. So look out. We might lose the 7 congressional Republican seats we have now unless we start fighting harder and get more candidates that are willing to take the opportunity to run hard and put those Democrats on the spotlight. Put them on the spotlight where everybody knows and everybody knows what they have done, which is nothing. They haven't done anything for America. So, I think it's really, really, really important that we win in the next election cycle. 2020 is a very vital, very important. So every day that we're broadcasting, we do have a Shame on You award. So, if you'd like to send your comments or call in and let us know who you think should get that award, we'd really like to hear from you also. That's an area that we must let people know that and put these members of Congress, Democrats, and in some cases, we might even put a rhino Republican on the Shame on You award. It just depends. We did. I think we put the congressman that felt the Republican candidate, congressman that wanted to get impeachment of Donald Trump, and that's really truly nonsense. So. Oh, there's a new movement now that it's called hashtag Trump must resign. That's the new campaign that they've got out there. They somehow think that the president needs to resign, and resign. Why should he resign? The people elected him. The people elected him to represent us and to be the president of the United States. And for those that think that he should resign, I think they better wait until 2020 to either vote against him or because the president is not going to be resigning. The president is not going to be looking for a new job. I mean, he's totally satisfied and happy being the president of the United States and helping us get through there and having a good America. I guess the new campaign slogan is "Keep America Great." And that campaign slogan, I like that. Keep America great. And I'm a firm believer we are great. We're the greatest country in the world. And I've had an opportunity to travel all over the world in the United States Navy. And I've seen a lot. And I've seen that there's no place like home. There's no place like America. And it's going to take all of us to continue to keep America great. And, anybody that tries to knock it down and put it down, I think we need to just fight against those people because they're absolutely way off. They are way off whack. And so let's do it. Let's go out there and let's fight hard. Let's fight hard for the future of America. Keep America great. Let's keep America great. That's very, very important. So here we go. We're going to go into another segment coming up here. So you're listening to the John Estrada Show on Talk Radio 1680 KGED. Call in 559-442-1680. Thank you so much.
Now, back to the John Estrada Show.
Yeah, welcome back, John Estrada. This is a great time in America. We have to fight harder. We can't give up the ship. You know, it's really amazing that the Democrats they keep on focusing on impeaching Trump, and they focus on investigations, and they're just doing everything they possibly can to disrupt the president from doing his job. And you know, it's going to take us to go neighborhood to neighborhood, to voter, and let them know what the Democrats are doing. They, in fact, are destroying America. It's hard to keep a country great if half of the Democrats, or the Democrats in America, are trying to tear it down. You know, they're changing their whole philosophy from being Democrats to socialist, and really, it's pretty amazing that they can't get their act together. So I think what we need to do here is we need to focus on getting most of us together and solve this problem by defeating these Democrats on Election Day. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to keep broadcasting, keep connecting people, and keep working hard. So you know, if you're a leader and you're interested in helping America, be vocal, keep fighting, keep coming out there. And in fact, if you've ever ran for Congress, or if you want to run for Congress, I think right now is a good time to do it. There's a lot of openings for Republicans to get into these positions of power. We have to retake this House of Representatives, and Nancy Pelosi. We have to defeat her once and for all. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to get good candidates to run on election. So I've done a lot of politicking in my life. You know, I first started back around 1982. I ran a campaign in a county in the Bay Area, Alameda County, and I helped a governor candidate run for governor, and we did very good in that county. We organized, and I basically led that movement there in that county, and we did very good. So throughout my years, we've done campaigning, and we've been a manager of campaigns, and we've been a candidate. I was a candidate back in 1994, and then again in 1998. And I ran against a congressman, Calvin Dooley, if you guys know who Calvin Dooley was. And, you know, I felt that it was hard for anybody to be a full-time a farmer and be a full-time congressman. So, you know, I think he finally realized it was in his best interest to move on. And thank goodness he did, because now we have Congressman Devin Nunes in that position. And Devin Nunes has done a great job. He's really helped out tremendously. He's helped the president tremendously. And with leaders like Devin Nunes, and you know, we're going to get a lot accomplished. We need to get more members of Congress in there like Devin, you know, fighting a good fight, not worried or fearful that something's going to happen, and you know, worried that the media is going to say some bad things. You know, we can't afford to let people blackmail anybody in our party. You know, we just have to fight the good fight. We have to rally behind the president. You know, if we don't rally behind the president, and you know, we don't support him, we're going to end up having the Democrats get their way, and they want more power. You know, they want to be able to get their special buddies, special perks. Like, for instance, the high-speed rail. Take a look at what happened with the high-speed rail. They spend close to $100 billion in California in the high-speed rail. And they have nothing to show for it. So I think and I would venture to say a lot of those resources went to buddies of those Democrats, and that's not cool, you know. I think somebody should do an investigation on where all that money went. $100 billion for no results and for getting ripped off. The taxpayers get ripped off again. Needs to be investigated. So let's do it. Let's start calling and letting the powers to be know that we need to investigate where has that money gone. High-speed rail, what a waste of money. I think the president doesn't want to give the state any more money. And in fact, I think they're going to be suing the state of California for $2.5 billion. Maybe when he gets that back, he could put it on the wall. That would be one step better for that whole process. So, every day, the other big issue is taxes. Taxes. Again, I think coming up July 1, they're going to increase taxes on gasoline. Are you tired of paying $4 a gallon in gas? I think in the Bay Area it's like 5 or 6. I don't know. It's getting to be very, very expensive. If you're having a hard time, putting all that money in gasoline going back and forth to work, it's tough. A lot of people don't like that because you add on everything else. The last time I looked, the Democrats even want to tax water, the water you drink, which is totally uncalled for. I mean, that water comes for us and should be free. We shouldn't have to pay like that extra for our water. We pay enough in taxes. Every place we go, we have to pay taxes. More taxes. So, if you think you want to call in and talk about any of these subjects that we've talked about today, I think it'd be a great thing. There's so many needs out there in our world of America. This is a pretty amazing place here. We have the Democrats control California, and if there's anything we can do better is we need to win elections in California. If we don't win elections in California, they're going to keep doing things that they want to, and it's ugly already. Can you imagine how much more uglier it's going to get? They want to change everything. They want to give illegals health care now, and I don't get it. There's a lot of needs for a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there in our society that need help. Mentally ill people, they need help. The homeless, they need help. And for us to keep encouraging foreign illegal aliens to come in and live here is just a bad policy. It's a bad public policy, and it needs to stop. Any member of Congress that advocates illegals coming to America without going through the proper process, you need to defeat them. Defeat them on election day, because they don't deserve to be reelected. They're just they're bad representatives, people that don't understand on how to do what's good for America. So I think we've got a lot of people out there throwing their tantrums, at the president. And Nancy Pelosi is another one that just keeps opening her mouth and trying to trash the president and trying to accuse the president of cover-ups and doing criminal activities, and that's totally uncalled for. I think we've got to focus on putting the spotlight on her. What has she done? What has her family done? Has Nancy Pelosi done anything that's illegal? Or what has she covered up? What have the Democrats covered up? The Democrats have covered up so much during the Obama years. They covered up a lot of crimes, a lot of problems. The FBI, did they do anything wrong? Have they done anything wrong? to President Trump and his administration? I think those answers are coming out very, very soon. We're going to all know. They've got investigations going that way too, and so we're going to find out whether or not they are guilty. And if they are found guilty, I believe they need to be prosecuted. We really can't afford to have a two-society, two-tier process in America where the rich and the famous don't get prosecuted, and the poor and the poor don't get the same type of defense. They said justice for all, justice for all, justice for all. That's we never know what we're going to do. People like Nancy Pelosi, that I think she's done a lot of bad things, and I think one day we'll find out everything that she's done. And you've got some of these committee people in Congress that have done really ridiculous things. Adam Schiff, he's a character that keeps trying to investigate the president and wasting very valuable time. How about all the needs of Americans? Why don't the Democrat Congress help the needs of the Americans? Well, anyway, we're going to the final segment here, and you're listening to the John Estrada Show on Talk Radio 1680 KGED. Thank you. Please call in 559-442-1680.
Now, back to the John Estrada Show.
Yes, hi. Thank you for coming back. We've got a lot of interesting stuff going on here today. We're talking about the good news and what we could do to defeat the Democrats in 2020. And what that's going to do for us is we're going to work hard. We're going to make sure that we get everything done and we win on election 2020, get our president reelected. And we've had some good comments, and people do agree that Adam Schiff is a weasel. That's a comment that somebody posted on Facebook. Thank you for your comment. I think you're absolutely right. There are a lot of weasels there. So, and Adam Schiff is definitely one of those individuals that we need to keep an eye on, because he just keeps doing some pretty bad stuff by wasting time. Yeah, and the trash that they keep putting on Trump is just terrible. So, let's all work really close together and make sure that we defeat the Democrats in 2020. And but we also need to get support for the president, and the support for the president is going to come from us getting our representatives to like our members of Congress that are Republican. They need to come out publicly and support the president. We need to have more support and statements from them stating the positive side of things. We need to make sure that they defend the president. Every charge that is leveled against him, they got to come out and they have to support him. The Democrats can't control everything. We need to go out there and we need to keep pressure on everybody. And the best way we do that is focus on building our political machine. 2020 is not a short time away from now, but we got to start now. So I am going to ask you that if you need to reach me, my cell number is 559-803-0555. That is 559-803-0555. If you want to call in, our phone number here is 559-442-1680. Our call-in number is 559-442-1680. If you want to send me an email, that's johnaestrada@gmail.com. johnaestrada@gmail.com. And if you want to get added to our email list, conservativeamerica.live, and you could leave that information there. Or, of course, you can leave it on the email, too. And I'll make sure that we get you connected up. So yesterday's program, we had our guest that talked about the Lexus movement, Democrats leaving the Democratic Party and re-registering Republican. I think we need to focus and support them because that's a good group. We got to get more Democrats giving up on the more Democrats giving up on the Democrats and becoming Republicans. That's going to be very, very vital for the upcoming election. So we need to get Democrats, independents, and get more Republicans involved in the process and voting for our team. We have to build a team, make sure we get things done, and we win on election day. I'm going to go ahead and read that statement again or let you know regarding the statement, and we'll go step by step on it. And the election of 2020 is shaping up to be a very tough battle. The Democrats are fighting to find a candidate to defeat our president. There's something like 23 of them that are focused and aiming for that. And Joe Biden and Sanders, Bernie Sanders are the two front runners, from what I understand. And but you never know. Democrats, you never know what's going to happen there at the end. It might be somebody else totally. You just have to wait and see. In the House of Representatives, led by Nancy Pelosi, they are creating distractions, stories, and investigations to undermine our president. This is their tactic and their strategy. Their tactic and strategy is to hurt our president. And they figure that if they hurt our president, they're going to win not only the presidency, but they're going to defeat the U.S. Senate and keep the House. So they want all powers. They want all the powers. So, the best way for us to do is let's stop them at the pass. Let's support the president. Let's help him. Let's go out. Let's go that extra mile and defend him. And then, of course, we have the corrupt media that continues to broadcast their fake stories about him as a criminal every day, and they fabricate his criminal behavior, which he doesn't have any criminal behavior, but they make up all this stuff. This is totally fraudulent. It's a lot of falsehoods. So we just need to support media outlets that tell the truth, that are not giving these false stories. And until that happens, you never know. But together they are trying to destroy his credibility, the president's credibility, and trust with the American people. And one of the other strategies that they have is they want to divide the Republican Party. They keep getting some of these rhinos to come and start putting their falsehoods out there and their stories, and they're trying to promote these Republicans. They're not even Republicans; they're rhinos, Republican in name only, and they're trying to come up with their stories to hurt the president. So anyway. Thank you. We had a very, very good program today. I'm really happy that we will continue on tomorrow at 4:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please join us. The other thing, too, is that right after the news, you'll have an outstanding broadcast personality, a leader, Guillermo Moreno. So stay tuned and listen to what he has to say right after the news. Guillermo Moreno's definitely a great star. So anyway, you've been listening to the John Estrada Show on Talk Radio 1680 KGED. Thank you. God bless. God bless America. God bless our country. God bless everybody. And see you tomorrow. Thank you.
I got my next guest here, so I want to
Yeah, I'll get out of the way.
do a quick transfer. I'll give you a call tonight.
We did it.